Hello, my name is Jordan, and I'm reacting to the article Body Ritual Among the Nisarena by Minor and how it portrays American culture. My first initial reactions is that it portrays American culture as mythical and misogynistic and somewhat in a cultish view. After reading the article a couple of times, I found how important it is to describe not to describe, but to do your research and be careful how you describe foreign matters because it can be very easily misinterpreted when looking at it from a foreign perspective or view. So, yeah, after reading the article for the first time, the author depicted America as almost like a society and community that is cultish and this cult is driven by magic and medical procedures that are very dark in the way he described it. Also, the U.S. culture seems to worship magic and people who own these medical practices. These medical practices are, as Americans know it, doctors, dentists, and therapists. But the author would describe them more as sorcerers and witches. While talking about misinterpretation of culture and beliefs, a foreigner could definitely misinterpret what some practices that are in the U.S. One of these, as Christians, worship is a huge part of the religion, especially right now. Christians can be described to gather in large groups of people and sing songs in unison while raising their hands. From an outsider's view, without context, this seems very cult-like, especially when worshiping is performed outdoors in a forest or a gathering around the fire, and that can be very cult-like. Without description, worship is definitely misinterpreted as something mythical or cult-like. As I said, worship has changed over the years. After doing my research on worship, it wasn't so much of an outwardly and communicable practice. I don't even know if that's a word, but community-like. But was more individual and internal. Now, people raise their hands I don't even think it was a thing back in the day, but now people raise their hands, and even right now what's popular is you can see people jumping around and dancing. Also, in comparison, worship is not as individual as it once was. Now we see large groups of people in one place, whereas before in time, it was usually a few people or just one person. So that's the first way I've seen change. The second is, actually, not the second, but my perspective, this connected us to culture value because of popularity. Now, as a whole, people don't want to feel divided or independent. More so, we believe in community and the power of community. Worship in U.S. culture is valued worship in the U.S. culture is valued because people are coming together, lifting praise to God, and it's about like a brotherhood and sisterhood uniting together for a greater good, really. And then lastly, my thoughts on how worship has changed, if it's been beneficial, is 100% it has, especially in the world we live in today. The world seems very divided, I would like to say, and after reading an article called Two Paths of America, it talks about a form of worship and community coming together and how it really benefits the citizens. And one way this is our political system. If we come together, our political system won't be so divided and different views, different views. So I think that is one way worship definitely has benefited us when looking at the past, how different it used to be. So yeah, thank you.